What up YouTube, Balboa here with a brand new video review. This time the Iron Man Stark Tech Assault Armor Mark 6 from the Avengers toy line. This is a great toy. Oops. This is a great toy and one I really like. This is by far one of the best toys in the Avengers line, in my personal opinion. Now I'm just going to put him aside and talk about the box really quick. The box is really nice. I mean, you got I put the instructions in the box, but you have the Stark Tower in the background. This is really nice. You have the figure here, and then the armor outlined in a really cool design. Really like that. On the back, you have the features. I wish it came with 2 arm cans instead of the 1, but yeah. Now the bio is right here, and it will be down there, and I'll be reading it. Built for Iron Man, this armor amplifies the power of his repulsors, using them to charge batteries of missile, boosts his strength, and protects him from almost any danger. When even the Avengers aren't quick enough to handle a crisis, the Stark exosuit armor is there to bring the pain to the bad guys. Yeah, I haven't read this bio in a while. But anyway, so there's the box, and now I'm going to put it aside and talk about this toy, because this is an awesome toy. This is by far one of the best toys in the Avengers toy line, by far. I'm going to take all of this off, move it. Now, by the way, I like to put this one on the arm instead of up here, because I think that looks a little too much like War Machine. Also, one thing I like to do is that, if I move this out of the way, these things are actually supposed to be up front, and you're supposed to put his arms in here. I find it a pain in the butt, and it doesn't really look that good. So I just fold these in the back, kind of like boosters. And they are on ball joints, so if I want to, I can completely remove it. Okay, now I'm just going to take the figure out. I will cover how to put him in and take him out and all that stuff, but I want to talk about the figure included, because this is the figure, this is the armor, which is a figure that goes inside a figure. Well, this is the figure that goes inside another figure. This figure is really cool. I mean, this is a really good figure. It has more articulation than a normal Avenger figure. It has a ball jointed head, ball joint torso. Let me zoom in. I am using a new tripod, so I'm still working out some angles and stuff, because I got so used to my other one that this is kind of a little awkward for me. But elbow, shoulder, wrist, seriously, it's really good. Legs, and then knee. And that's it. I mean, this is really good articulation. I mean, not Iron Man 2 articulation, because it doesn't have any of the ankles, but this is really good articulation. I mean, what the heck happened? This is a $20 figure that you get this, and then you get this huge chunk of plastic. Well, the other ones, they're like $8 or $9, and pretty much what you get is just the figure, which, by the way, this figure is actually taller than the normal figures. Like, here's the Iron Man one, so he's a little taller. By the way, there is your comparison side by side. Like, they paint the arc reactor correct on this one too, and then here he is next to, I think, scale. So there's a little comparison for you. He can fit in here, but it takes a little doing. But yeah, so there's your figure. Oh, by the way, the armor pads can clip on and off on this figure, which I did not know. Now, there is a few problems with this figure I have. Some of them are kind of nitpicks. Like, to me, he always looks like he's looking down. You kind of have to pop the head off the ball joint and slightly put it on for it to look straight. And then, like, this isn't painted and a few other things. But, I mean, those are just minor things. Except for the head. That's kind of a big thing, in my opinion. Because, I mean, would you always want a superhero to look down? Anyway. But really good figure, very nice articulation, and a very nice representation of the Mark 6 armor. So I'm going to put him aside, and I'm going to talk about this. This thing is really cool. I'm going to move my tripod back, and lift it up a little. Put that's down. There you go. The detail on this thing is actually pretty nice. Now, the paint on mine, this area right here was chipping, so I just touched it up a little with some paint. But besides that, not many problems. One thing that I don't know if this is common or not, but the feet were assembled up wrong on mine, because these are on ball joints, so these feet were actually swapped. Because the screws are facing this side, which I thought was really weird. So I just popped them off and snapped them back in. Not a big complaint. Nothing really big. I mean, it's just a minor annoyance, but I don't know if that's common or not, so let me know in the comment section. Now, the figure's articulation is really good considering the size of the figure, and even with the other figure inside, it doesn't get hindered that much. Now, the only articulation that does get hindered is actually in the hips. This is as high as the hips can go, and as far as they can spread. They are on ball joints. Now, when the figure's inside the armor, these do get hindered a bit. But besides that, all of the other articulation is unhindered. Now, I'm going to cover that as I put the figure inside. Now, here's what you do. You open the feet. They are on these hinges, and so is this. Also, there's some really nice detailing in this area right here. If I had a light or something, I probably could show you, but or much more like an HD camera or something like that, I could show you the really nice detailing. But it is really nice. Now, to get the figure inside, you simply got to slide him in by the legs and the head, and then you close these pieces up. Now, what I do is that I place the hands like this, like that, and then close it like this. You're supposed to actually leave the hands through this gap and put them in here, but I don't like doing that because I think it looks goofy and I think it's a pain in the butt. So there you go, he is inside. You may have to adjust the hands a little bit, but it will close. This does have a peg. Can you see that? Yeah, there was a peg in there, but it doesn't work that well. Now, with him in there, I will demonstrate the rest of the articulation. Like I said, these hips are limited, but you're not going to get many kicking poses really with Iron Man in this. The feet are on a very nice ball joint. You got a very nice tilt. Goes out very nice. The arms have very nice articulation. Ball joint all around. They go out. If you pull too much, you can actually get off the ball joint. He has an elbow and a wrist. And then the head is on, I guess, I don't know if it's a ball joint, but it's a swivel. It swivels. It could be a ball joint, but it doesn't really look up or down, just left and right. Speaking of the head, the eyes are painted in a really dark blue, and then you have a light blue around the gold. Really interesting color scheme. One thing I like is the accents of silver can also go with a silver armor, such as the Silver Centurion. Not really Silver Centurion, but like the new Mach 7 and Mach 6 armor can actually work with this, and any solid gold armors because of the color scheme, which is really nice. Okay, so detailing on this part is really nice. You have several lines thrown in. Guess I'll start with the head. The head is pretty nicely detailed. Got some really nice mechanical detailing in there. Could have used some more paint. Same thing here. The arms have really nice detailing, especially on just the lines. There's a lot of lines on this one. It's smooth in other areas. In other areas, it's really detailed. Like on the side, you have these really nice pistons. Should have deserved some silver paint. In the back, one weird thing about the back is that you can actually fold these pieces up, and you can have them like this, which is pretty cool. So you can have them covering or just kind of there. I personally just leave them like that. So there's the back side. Now, funny thing about this, if you have the iron tank, you can actually plug in the missile rack on the back, but you can't really do much with it. It's just unless you have them like this, then you can fire, and it causes stress on the peg so it can break. But fun fact. By the way, the gold, very nice on the back. So get straightened up. You have a fist in this hand, and then a opened hand, which is pretty nice. So you can have him punch or repulsor blast. One thing I actually don't like, and I really don't like it on the Captain America one, which is the main reason why I'm not picking up the Captain America one, is that the actual chest here is open so you can see the face through it, which I think is really lame. I'm going to be working on something that can cover that up. The Captain America one, it just flat out looks stupid. I mean, with Iron Man, he wears a mask, so it kind of makes sense because you can't hit him. He's wearing a helmet. Captain America wears a mask that's pretty much just cloth. Yeah. So I'm going to put him down and talk about the weapons. The weapons are really cool. You have these missile launchers that go on the legs. These are universal pegs, so you can peg them on the arms if you wanted to. Pretty much if you can, like you can't plug it here, but you could plug it like this on the shoulder. So you have a lot of playability. And I like to put these on the legs. The other one you get is this giant rack of missiles, which go on the shoulder. Again, you get hindered a little bit. You can put it here and here. That's really it. So, I'm gonna put it on the shoulder. I really like the gold trim on it, by the way, with the red accents. Looks very nice. You get the arm cannon, which is really nice. Has some silver paint, very nice detailing on the pistons. Pushing the button right here causes the missile to launch. It is a simple Iron Man 2 missile. So if you want to, you can swap out some other missiles. They run on the same missile system. Simple peg. I like to peg it on this side, and it does kind of hinder the articulation a little bit in the wrist. I mean, you can certainly like pull it out and kind of get it like that, but it hinders it a little. Now this weapon right here, by the way, has the exact same missile. I wish this went in further, but hey, this one's got some. This one has some kick to it, I'll tell you. Now you have a shape here, which means I can only go on this side. Now it's supposed to go on this side. I like to put it on this arm because I think it looks too much like War Machine, which I hope they actually repaint this for War Machine. That would be really cool. Not much paint on this one, just this gold one, which did get a little sloppy right there. Trigger for this one is located here. And I think there's a plane flying outside next to my house, so yeah, if you hear that noise, just ignore it. I personally like to leave the missiles out on this toy because this one's okay. It goes like this. This one sticks out way too much. And if you wanted to, you could kind of have it like this, but then you have a gap here. So I leave it like that. So that's really it on this toy. It is a phenomenal toy. I'll tell you what, this is one of the best toys I've seen from the Avengers. This is the best toy from the Avengers, and I hit my tripod. I apologize for that. This is by far the best toy from the Avengers toy line. Well, we haven't gotten the helicarrier yet, but this is right now the best toy in the Avengers line. It's great. I highly recommend this to anyone who is a fan of Iron Man. Best $20 you'll spend on the Avengers line. It's just such a great figure. Honestly, this figure is like almost never in my room. It's always at my desk because it's so much fun, and I really like it. I cannot recommend this enough. This is perfect for a Hall of Armor's display. It's just really cool, and you could even customize it for War Machine, which would be really cool. Well, anyway, I just can't recommend this toy enough. Go out and get it. It's just a phenomenal toy that I heavily recommend. This gets like a 10. If I was to do a scaling, this would get like a 10. In fact, this is so good, I would totally pay like $30 for this thing. Alright? I paid 20, but I would totally pay like 30, even $35 for this thing. It's so good. It's that good. So definitely do yourself a favor and pick this up and add it to your collection. Till then, this is Balball signing off. I ask you to leave a comment of what you think of this figure. Do you have it? Do you like it? What are your thoughts on it? I would like to hear your opinions. Till then, please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys later. Till then, adios.